amigos! Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new here, buckle up because today's video is packed with high, lows, and everything in between from our 10-day trip to Peru. We spent 8 epic days in Cusco and 2 days in Lima. And let me tell you, this wasn't just any trip. We tackled the Intrepid Inca Trail Express Tour, a 3-day trek on the Quarry Trail with 2 nights of camping. And it completely changed how I see group tours forever. Spoiler, I used to avoid tours like the plague, thinking they'd be rushed or boring. But this, mind blown. Stick around because I'll be sharing all the mistakes we made so you don't have to. Plus, how much we spent on flights, vaccines, and altitude pills. Trust me, you'll want to know. We booked a last-minute trip from Toronto to Peru for $830 per person. But here's the catch, 12 hours with a layover in Colombia and no snacks or drinks. Budget airline life, am I right? Biggest travel lesson, altitude sickness is no joke. Before you even think about Peru, watch this part. We dropped hundreds on vaccines and pills. Thank goodness for insurance though. Cusco was tough. This is a travel while you're young kind of trip. But Lima, pure bliss. So continue watching if you're ready for the full adventure and let's dive into Cusco. Okay, so we finally landed in Cusco, and let me tell you that descent, stunning, like jaw-dropping mountain views out the window. Pro tip, sit on the left side of the plane and have your camera ready. But then immigration happened. Guys, the airport may look empty, but somehow 2 hours later, we were still in line. Lesson learned, pack snacks and maybe a pillow. Anyway, we grabbed a taxi to the city center about 15 minutes away. Now, Ubers here are way cheaper, like 10 to 20 sols. But here's the catch, you gotta walk outside the airport to get one. After that flight, yeah, we paid the lazy tax and took a 30 sol taxi. Now, our hotel. Oh, our hotel. Templo de la Luna. Sounds fancy, right? 3 stars? More like 3 out of 10. First, we couldn't even find it. No signs, just a sketchy alley. Then, the hot water was more of a suggestion. And the toilet, let's just say flushing was a game of chance. But hey, it was 75 sols a night. And at that price, do I even get to complain? After dumping our bags, we hit the historic center. And wow, it's beautiful. Super safe, packed with tourists, and every building feels like a postcard. We grabbed lunch at Choquequilla, a friend's recommendation. Food was great, but it was very clear. This was a tourist spot, like 100% fellow travelers, which got us thinking, where do the locals eat? Then we saw it, McDonald's, and I had to investigate. How different could it be? Answer, not much, except for the wild McFlurry flavors. We tried a lime Oreo and Tres Leches, and guys, they were a crime against dessert. Stick to the alpaca burgers. Next stop, we went to Mercado Central, super colorful but packed, and pickpocket central. Hide your phone, hold your bag tight, and honestly, maybe leave the fancy camera at the hotel. We then hit Plaza Vea to prep for our trek. Bug spray, which we never used, toilet paper, and water. Dinner was the highlight though. We found it near at 375, this tiny spot 2 minutes from our hotel, packed with locals. We ordered salchipapas, basically Peru's ultimate comfort food, and it was cheap and delicious. This is what we came for. And somehow, no altitude sickness on day 1. Though, with our luck, I'm not celebrating yet. Apparently, 40% of people get altitude sickness when traveling to Cusco. But since we ate the pill, we will never know if we are one of them. Day 2 in Cusco. Finally, we're ditching that hotel and meeting our Intrepid tour group. And thank goodness, because from here on out, all our accommodations are included in the tour price. Which, by the way, we booked at $1,500 per person. Originally $2,000 thanks to our last minute booking. And guess what? Our group was tiny, just 7 people plus our guide. Even better, only 5 of us ended up doing the actual hike. It felt more like a private adventure than a crowded tour. We started the day with coffee at Cafe Doisi. Their latte, smooth, not too sweet. Then we stumbled on this police ceremony in the central square. Super random, but hey, that's travel. Oh, and I tried coconut tobacco leaves. Local chew them for energy. Verdict? Not my thing. Next up, Pachapapa, the tourist famous spot for guinea pig. Yeah, we caved. Pro tip, reserve ahead or wait an hour. And the guinea pig itself? 98 sols for rubbery skin, barely any meat, and a flavor like chewy pork. Worth trying? Sure. Worth finishing? Hard pass. Then we met our tour guide at Awaki Dream Hotel, who dropped some gems. Alpaca souvenirs? Probably fake. Real baby alpaca wool costs 2,000 sols. If it's cheap, it's a scam. Street food? Only buy whole ones, otherwise you'll likely get tourist diarrhea. Then we met at the Intrepid's office where we go over some logistics before the hike. Also, there are some big differences between the trails. Inca Trail? Iconic, but booked 6 to 8 months early, as the government only allows 500 people on a trail per day. It is packed with ruins and tourists. Quarry Trail, quieter, just our group, and higher elevation. Spoiler, it ended up being magical, but more on that later. Oh, and here's why our tour was discounted. Machu Picchu Circuit 1, the iconic photo spot, was sold out. We got Circuit 3 instead. No postcard view, but full ruin access. Honestly, I was devastated until I wasn't. Also, the Inca Trail was fully booked out, leaving us no choice but to do the Quarry Trail instead. They gave us a bag to store 5 kilograms of our stuff for the next 4 days. We also rented sleeping bags and poles. Then we had dinner at La Perla Criolla. Their caldo criollo was half the price of tourist spots and just as delicious. Okay, so day 3 starts with probably the best hotel breakfast we've had this whole trip. Proper omelets, fresh fruits, the whole deal. After that sketchy first hotel, this felt like absolute luxury. We jumped onto a bus to this little village called Bamba, about an hour away. Funny thing, when you introduce yourself here, you're supposed to say your age too. Like, hi, I'm Michelle, I'm 30. No mystery allowed, I guess. Now, this was really special. Intrepid works directly with these local communities. They dressed us up in traditional clothes, ponchos and all, and took us out to harvest potatoes in their fields. Harvesting.
One more.
Like, it's funny, I work like
Yeah, how cool.
Carrying everything. Yeah, I know you're not.
You guys would not believe the potato facts we learned. They grow over 50 different kinds of potatoes. Some varieties they can store for 5 whole years. Then, when they're ready to eat, they just soak them to make this incredible thick soup. Oh, and when someone gets married, they slaughter like 40 to 50 guinea pigs for the feast. They also showed us how to make these colorful fabrics. The red dye comes from parasite that grows on cactuses. Wild, right? For the indigo color, they use baby goat pee. Yeah, apparently adult goat pee is too dirty, but baby goat pee is fine. I don't make the rules. Then we had this amazing homemade meal here. That potato soup was so good. My husband still talks about it. After lunch, we drove through Sacred Valley. Absolutely stunning views. And stopped at this cafe called Ama that employs single moms. Their hot chocolate and brownies, chef's kiss. Then we made a quick poncho stop. Scored one for 6 sols because mountain weather changes fast. Then off to Alite Tempo. This town is crazy. The streets are original Inca roads and people literally built their houses on top of Inca ruins. We hurried to see the archaeological site before it closes at 5 p.m., only to find that for 140 souls, you get access to 4 different sites. However, we only have time for one. So we negotiated with a guard who took us in the back way for 100 souls. No tour guide, but the views were worth it. We finished the day with chicken dinner at Chuncho, then crashed early, because tomorrow, the real hiking begins. Okay, today's the day I've been dreading and looking forward to. Our 3-day hike is finally starting. I won't lie, I'm pretty nervous. We didn't get to train like we planned, and now we're just jumping right in. But hey, at least we've got help. After breakfast, we headed to the area where the Incas used to worship the moon. And get this, the horses carry all our gear, and there are chefs waiting at the campsite to cook for us. Fancy, right? Our first stop, a small community near the Golden Heart Hill. The hike up gave us this incredible view over 3 valleys. Then things got eerie. We passed by these ancient sacred tombs, and our guide made offerings with cocoa leaves. Spooky, but so cool. Oh, and the ground was littered with broken pottery pieces, leftovers from Inca times. We each picked one to bring to the sun gate tomorrow for a wish. Then came the Cascade Lookout, and let me tell you, getting there, painful. But hey, if Inca messengers rested here, who am I to complain? Though I definitely did. Finally, camp. At 3,700 meters high, the view was unreal. And lunch, way better than I expected. But dinner blew my mind. 3 courses, healthy, and banana flambe while camping? How? Shoutouts to the porters, carrying all this food and gear up the mountains like superheroes.
Hola. Está grabando, ¿ah? Hola.
Now, bedtime. Because tomorrow, the hardest day, and I am not ready. But for now, this view, totally worth it. 5 a.m. wake-up call, but honestly, worth it. The cooks made us this amazing breakfast. Even the beverage was delicious. At this point, I'm basically hiking just for the food. Today's mission, Pucllana Pass, 4,300 meters high. And let me be real, I struggled. After just 1 hour, I had to cheat. I took the emergency horse. 2 hours of straight uphill, no brakes, no flat ground. Meanwhile, there's a woman in her 60s leading the group like it's nothing. Cue my ego crumbling. But the top, absolute magic. The kind of view that makes you forget the pain. And you know what? I'm so glad we didn't do the Inca Trail, because without that horse, I would have died. Lunch, another win. That mushroom ceviche, so good.
That's spicy.
Next up, Cuchicasa Peak, 4,400 meters. I lasted an hour. Then the guide gently suggested the horse again. Translation, Michelle, you're holding everyone up. Fine, but the view, worth it. Then came the descent, and oh my god, it was worse. Slippery, steep, muscle screaming. If this was easy trail, the Inca trail would have ended me. At the sun gate, we left our pottery pieces and made wishes while fighting hurricane-level winds. Two more hours to camp. By then, I was a zombie. And then, fried milk custard at tea time and another 3-course dinner? How did they do this?
Tastes so good, but thank you.
This was incredible. But God, I need a real bed tomorrow. Good morning, everyone. It's the last day of our hike, and oh my god, I've never been so happy to see civilization again. But before we head back to Ollantaytambo, we've got one last mountain to descend. First things first, breakfast, and the cooks even packed us lunch for later. But we couldn't leave without saying thank you to the porters and chef. These guys carried everything up the mountain, cooked us insane meals, and did it all with smiles. The recommended tip is 100 soles per person, but honestly, after seeing their hard work, we tipped extra. They earned it.
Muchas gracias. Let's give to Isaac. Isaac is going to split the money. I told them already how much money. Gracias. Yeah, gracias, chicos.
As we hiked down, our guide pointed out wild fruits like the prickly fruit, which tastes like sweet kiwi, and prickly pear, which is like dragon fruit but even sweeter. And apparently, the high elevation make fruits here next level delicious. Finally, Ollantaytambo. My legs were done, but the views still unreal. We ate our packed lunch at a restaurant, just soaking in the scenery. the Inca rail train to Aguas Calientes. Guys, I was not expecting this level of luxury. As soon as we boarded, there were live music, performances, even snacks and drinks. And the views, panoramic windows with mountain, rivers, and a live band playing. Like, what is this, a movie? Oh, and Aguas Caliente is where the rainforest begins, so yes, it rains a lot. We checked into Hotel Mama Sara, which is the best one on the tour, hands down. Had a delicious dinner at Culinary and then collapsed. After days of hiking, we finally got a real bed, and let me tell you, I have never appreciated a hotel more. Tomorrow, Machu Picchu, but for now, good night.
Videos here, it's so nice. Look at this place.
What are you gonna get on place?
It's finally here, Machu Picchu Day. The whole reason we came to Peru. After a quick breakfast, we headed to the buses, and wow, the line was insane. Pro tip, go early. This place gets packed every single day. The bus ride up was stunning, watching the landscape shift into cloud forest and rainforest as we climbed higher, and then there it was, Machu Picchu. Okay, full honesty, I was so upset beforehand about not getting Circus 1 or 2, the ones with the classic postcard view. I thought, great, I'll just be staring at walls. I was wrong. Turns out, Circuit 3 still gave us incredible views. Sure, it's not the iconic shot, but the angles we got, absolutely worth it. Though, let's be real, I was so sore from the hike, every step felt like a workout. But hey, no pain, no Machu Picchu, right? One thing I loved about Intrepid, small groups. Ours split into just 3 people plus our guide. It felt like a private tour. Our guide wasn't just a guide, he was a local from the Sacred Valley, full of passion and stories. It didn't feel scripted, just a friend showing us his home. After Machu Picchu, we had one last lunch together at Machu in Aguas Calientes. Even with a packed itinerary, it never felt rushed, just a relaxed goodbye with our little travel family. We wanted Aguas Calientes a bit longer. And yes, the train ride back was way less fancy. Back in Cusco at Awaki Dream Hotel, it hit me. This tour was so well done. From the emergency horses, lifesavers, to the unreal camp meals, and especially our tour guide, every detail made it special. The recommended tip is $4 to $7 USD per day for your guide, but our guide, worth every extra soul. We kept dinner simple, empanadas, finally, the perfect end to an unforgettable trip. Last day in Cusco, and we're not done yet. We booked a Rainbow Mountain ATV tour separate from Intrepid because after that 3-day hike, no way were we trekking again. Spoiler, smart call, my legs were still screaming. Quick logistics. The tour costs about $125 via TripAdvisor. Pickup is at 6 a.m. with a 2-hour drive to breakfast and another 2-hour drive to the mountain. The entrance fee is not included at 25 sols. Now, I was nervous about the ATV. Almost rode with my husband, but we paid for 2, so I had to try and get my money's worth. Verdict? throttle thumb, which is a new form of torture, steering, chaos, but hey, zero regrets. But Rainbow Mountain itself, crowded, like Instagram versus reality crowded. I thought we hiked on it, but nope, just a viewpoint. You get 1 hour to snap pics, and alpaca photos cost 5 sols, and that's it. Was it worth it? 6 hours in transit for 60 minutes on the mountain. The ATV saved it, but I wonder if the Sacred Valley salt mines would have been better. Back at Cusco, we had to revisit that empanada spot. Though no beef left, sad, so chicken it was. Good, but not beef level good. Our flight to Lima was at 3 a.m., so we cheapened out at Huaca Dreams Hotel. Pro tip, Ubers at 3 a.m. cost 2 to 3 times more. Our 3-minute drive to the hotel was 15 sols. First thing first, do not take random taxis here. The airport has warnings everywhere. We took the safe and cheap Lima Express bus for 15 sols. After budget hotels in Cusco, we splurged on QP Hotels Lima, a 4-star hotel. Fancy lobby, comfort bed, and wait for it, free wine hour from 3 to 8 p.m. Worth every penny. Breakfast at La Chavette. More salchipapas for my husband, which is his obsession. Me? Meh. Then we walked the Miraflores boardwalk. But wow, the smog, worse than Beijing. Could barely even see the oceans. We stumbled into Larco, a cliffside mall. But the real gem? Kennedy Park, aka Cat Paradise. Dozens of strays napping in the sun. As a cat mom, this made my heart explode. Missing my fur babies extra now. Then we had lunch at restaurant Huaca Pucllana. You dine right beside a 2,000-year-old clay pyramid. The food was okay, but I feel like we're just paying for the view. After lunch, we did the English tour of Huaca Pucllana. Crazy fact, they found the site by accident in the 1980s. My highlights? The guinea pigs.
You know those guys that left?
Oh, yeah.
Totally missed out on this.
I know.
I'm a little bit confused.
After all that, zero guilt collapsing at our hotel. Free wine plus snacks. This is how you end a trip. Final morning in Peru, amigos. We kicked it off with QP Hotel's breakfast because nothing fuels a museum day like fresh coffee and pastries. Then we Ubered to Larco Museum, and let me tell you, this place is a hidden gem. For 40 pen, you get thousands of pre-Inca artifacts. Think golden masks, wild pottery designs, a stunning garden that feels like a secret oasis, and yes, a famous erotic pottery collection. We skipped a 10-pen guided tour. Pro tip, don't rush the gardens, they're just too photogenic. After all that history, we made one last stop, ceviche. Lime marinated fish, crispy corn, spicy kicks, Peru's iconic dish. The perfect final meal before heading to the airport. We got to the airport via Lima Express bus. And hey, if you show that your group all have the same boarding pass, you get a discount. Look, Peru isn't an easy trip. Between altitude sickness, sketchy taxis, and Lima's next level pollution, it keeps you on your toes. Coming into this trip, I was terrified. Not active, not outdoorsy, just a regular person scared of altitude and hiking. But now, I'm glad I did it. The Quarry Trail views, unreal. The Inca history, mind-blowing. And the culture shock, priceless. It's wild how differently people live and how much we take for granted. The Andes sunrise and the mind-blowing history, absolutely worth the chaos. If you're even thinking about Peru, do it. Just pack your patience and maybe an oxygen tank. Push through the fear. The soreness fades, but the memories never. Thanks for adventuring with me. See you next time.